call the Warren County Commissioners meeting to order. First with the Pledge of Allegiance, and then we'll move into silence. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. A few announcements here. One, just announcing that this meeting will be recorded. We had one executive session since the last meeting related to the prison board, and we have not had any correspondence received or outgoing as it relates to something that needs to come to the commissioners meeting. So we'll start with the consent agenda. First item on it is there's both the public hearing minutes and the public meeting minutes. So I'll be happy to entertain if there are any modifications to either of those. If not, we'll move on to the finance report. Lisa is not with us today. She's deep in budgeting, but we are on track from prior years as far as taxes rolling in, and are pretty much on budget with the exception of some items related to purchasing and supplies. There are two proclamations today. The first is a proclamation for Community Planning Month. So I'll take a look at that just really quickly. And this is a month that affects all cities, towns, suburbs, counties, boroughs, townships, rural areas, and every places. Community planning and plans can help manage change in a way that provides better choices for how people work and live. Community planning provides an opportunity for all residents to be meaningfully involved in making choices that determine the future of their community. Over 10,000 citizens serve on municipal planning commissions in Pennsylvania, working with public and private sector professional planners to enhance the quality of life in our communities. The celebration of National Community Planning Month gives us the opportunity to publicly recognize the participation and dedication of members of the planning commissions and other citizen partners who've contributed their time with expertise to the improvement of their local municipalities, counties, regions, and the Commonwealth of PA. Therefore, be it resolved that the month of October 2023 is designed as Community Planning Month in Warren County in conjunction with the celebration of National Community Planning. And we will be adopting that today. The next proclamation on our consent agenda is a Fire Prevention Week. Commissioner Kaplan, would you mind referencing that? Speaking to it, please?
It would seem fitting, I guess.
It does.
So every year we pass this proclamation. This year the Safety Week for Fire Prevention is October 8th through the 14th. It's a great opportunity for us to remind residents and visitors alike that, first of all, almost half of all fires, home fires, are caused by in the kitchen, whether that be from stovetops or whatever, and that it's really important to test your smoke alarms and CO detectors annually and have them know. Even those of us that are in the fire services are often guilty of not checking those frequently, so it's good to have an annual reminder to change out the batteries and such.
Good, we'll be also adopting that also today. There are no other items associated with the consent agenda. Could I get a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved.
Can I have a second? Thank you. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Can we get a picture of planning?
Yeah, we should get a picture of planning.
I don't know that we've ever done that. That'd be kind of cool. We did it last year. Oh, we did? Okay. Well, this year though, you're passing the comprehensive plan in the same meeting we're declaring October.
Appropriate.
It's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
it's very impressive actually. I was wondering if that was planned.
That's right. Oh my.
That's so funny.
Danny, why don't Tricia and I get between you two?
There you go.
Oh, that works too.
This?
Whatever.
It's all good. You can stand.
Whatever.
all your work.
You're welcome.
Very good. Unfinished business. Sorry about that. I missed one thing. I see here in our agenda, there's an opportunity for public comment, and I skipped over that. So in the event that there is any public comment, happy to hear it. We'll move on. Very good. New business. First is just as we're moving forward doing reassessment, we've asked representatives from assessment office as well as Vision, our third-party engineering firm or consultant, to come and just share a little bit with us about what's going on, what areas they hit. And so I actually thank Brian Wolf for coming and sharing with us.
Okay. As of today, we've kind of hit on this a little bit before, but City of Warren, all the residential data collection has been collected. So that just leaves basically the commercials, industrial, that type of thing left, that they'll come back at a later date and pick those up. Southwest Township, Eldred Township, Spring Creek Township, the same. They've included all the residential, agricultural, those type of properties. They're finishing up. They just got a handful left in Columbus Township. They've started Bear Lake Borough and Freehold Township at this time. And they're going to continue across the northern tier of the county as far as Suregrove Borough, Farmington, Pine Grove, across that northern section. Data collection is looking good. I've been QCing some of the properties they've been at in the southwest and Eldred area. Everything's looking good as far as, matching up with everything. And as far as that goes, they're, like I said, later date, they'll be coming back through, picking up commercial properties, industrial properties, exempts as far as like churches, fire departments, things of that nature. Residential exempts, like a veterans exemption, they're picking them up as they do the regular residential, so they'll be going on valuation-wise same time. As far as the data collector, they've actually hired a few more, so they're currently at 10 out in the field with what they call a crew chief. That person basically roves the area they're working, so if a particular data collector has they need help because they have a large building or something, then that person can go and help them. So they just kind of rove around the area to help the data collectors. They're going to be bringing on a data entry person on site over here on Harmer Street here in the near future. And with that, they took a static copy of our current CAMA database and they're putting it in a cloud environment so they can start data entry here in the near future on that. So pretty much in a short synopsis, that's where we stand.
Great.
So.
Thanks. Any questions? Very good. Thanks for keeping us informed. So the next item on the agenda is approving the Armor construction agreement for the 20-year testing on the sprinkler system. It's in your packet, Armor Construction. The amount is $2,590. And so I'm asking for a motion to approve this so we can have our sprinkler system tested from the 20-year testing or replacement. Okay, do I have a second? All right, very good. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Very good. All right, we're moving on to Resolution 3251, which is a resolution of the County of Warren, Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, approving the 2023 comprehensive plan. Given the Planning Department's presence, can I ask for a summary of?
Sure. Yeah, with this being filmed, would you prefer I be over there?
Sure.
Okay. Just to give you a quick summary of what the plan is all about. The Pennsylvania Municipalities Planning Code requires that counties review and update their comprehensive plans, which are long-range plans, every 10 years. So this is our latest edition of the comprehensive plan. It addresses things like land use, transportation, public services, housing, a number of things. But we took a different approach this time around with making this an implementable comprehensive plan, one that doesn't sit on the shelf and collect dust. You probably have heard that term before. This one is a realistic plan that identifies projects that can be done throughout the county over the course of the next 10 years. The plan itself has been posted on the county's website for the last couple of months. It was advertised that it would be considered for adoption today. And to kind of walk you through how it's laid out, the very first section just describes the purpose of the plan and the implementable process that I had mentioned earlier, with it involving a lot of community input, public input, stakeholders, and so forth. The next piece of it is kind of a history of Warren County. This is something that we've not done in the past in previous plans. It's a nice addition to this. Moving on, the next piece of it is the process that we followed, holding stakeholder meetings, public meetings, and county survey, and those kinds of things. And then we move into the use of the plan itself. And this is not something that's just specific to the county planning department or the county commissioners. It's something for the entire county of Warren, all the agencies, public, everyone. Municipal governments, community organizations, residents, and business owners. The next piece of it gets into the goals and the principles and guidelines. There were three major points that came out during the process, and those include a place with a healthy economy, the second piece, a place with a high quality of life, and then the third piece, with a beautiful place to visit. Now, each one of these has a goal. I'm not going to read them because the plan is available for public view on the county's website, but the Place for a Healthy Economy contains 5 different objectives. Warren Works, which is a product that came out of the discussions most recently, is also located in the plan and explained in a little bit more detail. A Place for a High Quality of Life contains 6 different objectives, and the Beautiful Place to Visit contains 4 objectives. So those are all noted in this next section of the plan, which is rather lengthy. There's also a diagram of the Warren Works proposal here. We move next into the implementation process of the plan itself and how the different things will be carried out, the different tasks and so forth. It's all listed here in a spreadsheet divided into the 3 major goals that I had mentioned early on. And then finally, there's the appendix in the back of the plan, which contains highlights of the long-range transportation plan. We get into some information on schools, and then some funding sources for looking into carrying out projects of infrastructure, like water and sewer systems and those sorts of things. I mentioned that the plan has to address transportation, land use, housing, and those kinds of things. We did not focus a lot on transportation because we have the county's long-range transportation plan, actually the regional one. That would be incorporated into this plan by reference. The same thing holds true with the recreation plan, and with the hazard mitigation plan, and the Pennsylvania Wilds Design Guide. So all 4 of those documents are mentioned in the resolution to be included as part of this plan, since a lot of time and effort went into those, and there was no sense in duplicating that as we work through this process here. This is the product of several months' worth of work on the part of the county planning department and our consultant Mackin Engineers, and so it is now ready for the commissioners to consider adoption by resolution. And I'm happy to answer any questions that anyone may have.
Okay, this is a happy day. Been a long time coming.
Yeah, yes, absolutely. So Dan pointed out that this particular document, Resolution 3251, includes all of those items that are required, including the Transportation Plan of 2023 and Pennsylvania Wilds Design Guide. And so we're requesting this adopted the 27th day of September, today. Could I get a motion to approve this resolution?
So moved.
Okay, a second?
Second.
All right, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, very good. Moves along. Resolution 3252 is the Fair Housing Resolution. This is basically stating that we, a representative of the county, which is Danielle Flasher, would believe in the equal housing opportunity, and points out what items we are not allowed to or do not promote discrimination of as it relates to the Equal Housing Opportunity Council. Could I get a motion to approve this resolution?
So moved.
And very good. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Great, thank you. And then lastly, on this particular agenda, we talked a little bit about in the planning, the work session on Monday, we have a capital area communications contract. This is going to serve the county in general on all of its portable labor, mobile radios, and those types of things. The amount is for $9,306, and that would be allocated based on those, each department that utilizes those particular radio systems. May I get a motion to approve this expenditure?
So moved.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Okay, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Discussion there. All right. That said, there's nothing else under new business. As far as closing goes, any commissioner comments? Happy to engage with them. Anything for you, Commissioner Eggleston?
No.
I hope you're feeling better.
We'll see.
Commissioner Kaplan.
I'll move to adjourn.
All right, we're moving to adjourn by Commissioner Kaplan. Thanks, everyone. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.